Hey, right, guys, Trophy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of Grey's Anatomy season 4. We've done 3 seasons down. How many to go? Is it 17 seasons to go? No, there's no way. I am actually curious for myself how much of this show I'll do. Because I said at the start, I'm not committing to the entirety of the show. That would be insane. Unless I was doing one reaction a day. Like, if it was the only show I was focusing on, then I'd go all the way to where it's at. But the fact I'm doing, 10 shows at the moment, that I can't. But we are going to do, like I said, at least 10 seasons. I feel like that around that sounds good. And then we'll just keep going until I get bored, basically. But, yeah, season 3 was really good. Not quite as strong as season 2, I don't think, but I think it was mostly pretty strong. We're going to do a quick Q&A, and then we'll do the tier list, and then we'll jump into the reaction. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll have timestamps down below if you just want to skip to the section you want to go to. But I have fun doing these Q&A things. I think some are better than others, because people on Patreon do ask some pretty hard-hitting questions, like, who's your favourite character, and stuff like that. No, they don't. They do way better than that. But where is it? All right, Q&A. We have 18 questions, so not a ton to get through. Then, like I said, we'll do the tier list. So any about certain characters we'll just save for that tier list. But starting with AJ, who asks, any crazy/random relationships you want to see happen? George and Izzie would have been the one I went for this time last season, but that's kind of happened. I mean, they're not in a relationship, so as an actual relationship and not a random... No. Okay, random hookup. Mark and Meredith. Boom. Put it in the cards. Would that completely obliterate the potential rekindling friendship of Mark and Derek? Yes. Do I care? No, because Derek's a fool. So, Meredith and Mark, lock it in. Boom. We've sent it out. What other random relationships can we do? We've already had Callie and Mark, so not that. Callie and Richard, no. Oh my god, imagine. Not Callie and George, obviously. Callie and Derek, no. Burke, no. So the most chemistry-wise will be Callie and Mark, but we've just done Meredith. Mark just has maybe chemistry with everyone, is the problem. I can't think of anyone for Callie. No one that's in it at the moment. Yeah, so I guess no. I guess Callie and Cristina. Boom, send that one out. Callie and Cristina in a relationship, sorted. Yeah, because I think all the guys are tragic at this point. George is pretty tragic. Derek's very tragic. Richard isn't that tragic, but you just, like, I just don't see him, like, hooking up with anyone, so that's a no. Alex... Oh, yeah, Callie and Alex, I did... Yeah, Callie and Alex, boom, sent that one out. That one shipped out. And Alex is the only other guy I could, like, think of anyone kind of actually hooking up with, because everyone else is foolish. So there we go. We got what, two there. There's just, the guys are just tragic. I don't know what to do apart from Alex, and Richard isn't tragic, but you know. All right, AJ also asks, what do you want from each character in season 4? I want Meredith to just be done with Derek for a little bit. Be done. He's acting like an absolute fool. I want Cristina to take back her... She always had confidence, but I don't know, like... I don't want Cristina in a relationship this season, so her hooking up with people... If they bring back that British doctor, I'll be done with that. Not a chance. But I wanted to start living her best... She was living a good life with Burke, but she never felt like she was fully herself, so... Become her best self, that'd be cool. Callie needs to be done with George. She never actually found out about George, so I really hope... There's no way Callie goes this entire season staying with George. That does not happen. I know that for a fact. Like, I've been spoiled on it. It's just there's no way. Imagine another 17 episodes of George and Callie. Oh, God. So, yeah, she's going to find out about George and Izzie. And then she'll move on very quickly. Please, God. Izzie and George, I'd be fine if they had a relationship this season, to be honest. I wouldn't be upset with that. They're not the most interesting couple of characters, but just haven't been in a relationship for the season. I really wouldn't mind that too much. Who else? I know there's Mark, maybe... If Mark's just sleeping around, maybe that he's just kind of doing the same thing. So maybe he finds someone that he's... You know, I'm not asking for a wedding or anything like that, but maybe just something to bring him out of the, you know, fuckboy era a little bit. Not Addison. Addison's gone. Not that as an option. maybe this Lexi character, this Lexi that popped up at the end, she seemed quite interesting. I haven't put her in the tier list just because we didn't get enough of her to have an opinion on her, but maybe there's another. Yeah, because I forgot we got like a whole group of new characters, so maybe there's someone in there potentially. Yeah, so we mark with that. I want to get to know these new characters a bit. Hopefully they're interesting. Lexi seems decent, but again, we only got a little bit of her. The others we got a glimpse of, but hopefully we get more of those. Oh, Alex, I do not care for this relationship that they're trying to push with Alex as well. So I just want Alex to keep doing what he's been doing in terms of becoming more bearable. So yeah, that's kind of a little rundown of what I want. Kind of more of the same, but then mixing up a lot so it doesn't just feel like the same thing over and over again. All right, Charlotte asks, do you plan on watching 2 episodes a week, maybe every 2 weeks, as you mentioned before, I believe, in season 4? Yeah, that is still... I feel like I'm at a point where I wouldn't mind doing 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy every other week. It wouldn't be every week, it'd be every other week. But I feel like there's just too many shows at the moment, so I need to wrap some things up. But maybe 2 episodes every other week. When I move out, I'm moving out of this place in the next 3/4 weeks. So once I do that, I'm going to re-look at all the shows we have, figure out the schedule. Most things are going to stay where they are, but I'm going to start to figure things out in terms of moving some things around because I'll have a lot more space. I'm in like kind of a cramped area at the moment. I don't like sitting here for too long, but I feel like I can probably sit down and film a lot more if I have a bit more room, hopefully, which is basically the plan. So yeah, we'll look at that. Just give me a few weeks to focus on moving out, and then we'll look at maybe doing every other week. Because again, I really want to get through Vamp Diaries and Originals. That is the priority for, when they get to those seasons, which is next week. I'm getting to those 2 seasons, so the Vamp Diaries needs to wrap up. I've been doing that show for far too long, and I still have 3 seasons left. So yeah, that's priority. Charlotte, but a definite possibility to 2 a week. I'll say that. Charlotte asks, "Is there a character you would like to know more about in season 4?" Lexi. Easy answer. I want to know more about Lexi. Kind of have a crush on her already, but that's understandable. So yeah, get Lexi in there. And honestly, Alex, I want to get to know a bit more about Alex, but like his personal life, because we had a little hint of how he feels about his dad and stuff like that, and drug addicts, but we need to get more into his personal life, I think, because we don't really know that much. Scarlett asks, so far going into season 4, who would you say your favourite and least favourite character is? We'll do that in the tier list, so we'll definitely get to that. But if we're talking overall in the show, no, because it might be the same answer as the tier list, so I'm going to save that. Scarlett asks, I just read that one. Jesus. Ashley asks, which character fell the most in your rankings from season 2 to season 3, and which character rose the most? From 2 to 3, again, that's kind of what we'll touch on in the tier list, but fell is probably going to be Derek. He really fumbled at the end there. His whole logic was just so ridiculous. So that was pathetic. Derek's going to fly down. Honestly, Burke, I feel like Burke was just kind of boring in season 3. Very boring. So he's going to fall quite a bit. Everyone else same. As for Rising, probably Callie. I feel like Callie she was in season 2, right? I think she was in like late season 2. I could be wrong on that. It's been so many episodes. But Callie, I felt like I didn't care for her in season 2, and then season 3, she got better and better as it went on. But I could have completely made up that Callie was even in season 2. So I think she was. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure she was. Again, it's just so many episodes. So Callie's probably gone up. Either way, though, she's gone up a lot since she first came into it. Is he about the same? George about the same? Yeah. So yeah, that kind of answers that. Also, this is one of those shows where everyone dates each other, so is there a random pairing? Everyone does date each other, to be fair. Yeah, we kind of spoke about a random pairing that I'd like to see. Favourite character dynamics? I mean, the obvious answer is Cristina and Meredith. They just have a really good friendship dynamic. I really like their bond, actually. I feel like it doesn't push it too hard all the time. I could actually do with a few more scenes of just them two hanging out outside of work. But for the most part, I feel like their friendship's really good. George and Burke was a really good dynamic, but again, I felt like that's kind of faltered a little bit as time has gone on. Because Burke's become more boring and George is just like, ugh, whatever. I see potential with Derek and Mark, but that really depends on what happens. And honestly, I don't really care about Derek at the moment, so we'll see. Also, Callie and Addison, I think, is quite a cool one. So, but Addison's left, so it's pointless. Haley asks, do you have any predictions for the George, Callie, Izzie situation as we enter season 4? And what would you like to see happen with that storyline? I really want Callie to find out very early on. I feel like we're already kind of pushing the boundaries of how long Callie can stay out of the loop. I feel like I've said it before, but I feel like she knows. She does know, inherently knows, but she just doesn't want to accept it. She's seen it. She's seen the vibe between them. I think she just needs to be told it now by George. George needs to tell her. I'll kind of respect George more if he just tells her that he's talking with Izzie. If Callie just finds out by seeing them, that's going to be very disappointing for George's character. But hopefully Callie finds out pretty early. Ideally in the first 3 episodes. I think beyond that, depending what they do, could start to get a bit repetitive. And then honestly, I'd like to see George and Izzie at least date for a little bit. Or this will all feel so pointless if they don't date for a bit. So that's kind of what I hope for with that. Ina asks, what do you want to get better in the next season or have a better storyline? And what storyline was the most interesting? And when are you doing Red Taylor's version? I did answer that on... so Patreon has like a chat version now where we can all chat in one group chat, which is kind of cool. But I did answer that there. When I move out, the Red Taylor's version, I'll get done within the first... Once I've settled in, it'll be done within the first couple of weeks of settling in. That's the plan. So it is coming soon. Just not while I'm in this place, because I'm too stressed as it is trying to find houses, and they take so long to do. So I'm stressed enough trying to keep up with all the normal shows. So I will get to it. Don't worry. But as for what I want to have better storylines, I feel like I don't mind how many character deaths they have, but I do feel like some of them are a little bit forced at this point. So if we're going to do character deaths, not all of them. Like I felt like George's dad was fine, but then Meredith's Susan felt very quick, and I didn't mind that it was quick maybe, but it did also just feel like they just did it for the sake of doing it. Like, oh, let's just kill someone off. Susan, let's kill her off. Okay, cool. It felt a bit like that. So, yeah, we'll see. Also, I don't care for this Alex romance, as I've mentioned, so please don't try and push that as a thing in season 4. I beg of you. And then as for the most interesting storyline... 0 romances this. I'm a romance guy when it's TV shows, did you guys know? But I'd say 0 of the romances in season 3 interested me. Derek and Meredith were good actually for the most part, and then Derek fumbled it. Cristina and Burke were boring. George and Izzie's just a mess, and Izzie got very annoying. The Alex romance was boring. No, not boring actually, because it did a lot for Alex's character. I just felt like there wasn't any chemistry between them. I didn't see it. Who else do we have? Addison and Mark fell off very quickly. Finn was at the start of the season 1. Oh my god. Oh, the start of season 3. Jesus. So yeah, none of the romances, and then Richard's divorce. Cool. Oh, the worst storyline was the who's going to take over from Richard. That was such a waste of time. I hated that they did that. Richard, you're the man for the job. Oh my god. What a waste of time. So, I know we're talking about the most interesting or not, but that I just had to get that out. That was awful. That could have been a really interesting storyline, but it's just instead it was a waste of time. Oh, and the Addison 2-parter going to that place. Oh god. I mean, the most interesting was probably Meredith nearly drowning. That was a really good couple of episodes. Some good storylines in there. Anki asks, let's assume you went to med school and are an intern. Which specialty would interest you the most? Very good question. Ortho like Callie, pediatric like Addison, neurosurgeon like Derek, or general surgery like Bailey and Weber, trauma, cardio, thoracic surgery like Burke, or plastics like Sloan. Oh, not pediatric, so that's gone. Ortho, no. Neurosurgeon, I wouldn't do any of these, by the way. None of these. But let's assume I was really into into all these. God, trauma like Burke. Burke like always had something different like all the time. I feel like that'd be quite intense but rewarding, as Burke's kind of said. So that's a possibility. Normal general surgery, I feel like would be like less stressful, but just kind of maybe he's kind of doing not the same thing every day. Obviously, that's literally not the case for this, but I don't know. I feel like trauma and all that would be a lot more. I don't know, just different. Plastic surgery. Like Mark Sloan. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of interesting, like, because you came in. It's kind of like The Sims. Like, you come in as like, here's all the face options you can have, and you get to craft that face. That's kind of cool. Okay, so no to ortho, no to pediatric. Oh, the others though. General surgery will say no because it's just such a boring answer. So no. Sorry to all the surgeons who are watching this, but we're not doing that. So it's trauma or plastic. Let's go plastic, like Mark Sloan. Let's do that. Crafting that fate. I feel like that'd be so difficult though. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. And imagine getting it wrong. I mean, getting any of these wrong would be wild. Let's do trauma. Put me in the hardest job out of all of those. I'm assuming, I obviously don't know. Let's do Burke's job. Let's do that. And plastic on the side as a little side activity. That's a good question. I'm going to like that one. Very good question. Gabrielle asks, any character you wish to get more backstory / get to know more family members of? Alex is the answer for me. Alex, I just want to... Now's the time to really get to know Alex a lot more. We've done the work in Season 3 of making him more bearable, at least in my opinion. A lot more likeable. So let's go into Alex's family backstory and all that. Let's do it. I feel like everyone else, we could get more of George and Cristina, sure, but have it be Alex. Anki asks, after the finale of Season 3, there are changes in the cast. Some left, some new coming. What do you hope / expect from the new intern group and Lexi, who introduced herself to George? Yeah, I need to see more of these for sure. I hope they're not just like repeats of what we've had. I want it to be like not wildly different, where it's too over the top, but different to the group that we've kind of known. So yeah, I hope we get to know them as well, and they're not just like random throwaway characters for no reason. I think it's cool that we've got like this new group of interns, because Season 4, there's plenty of characters we can kind of get to know at this point. And some, I think I read that Burke leaves in Season 4, like there is no more Burke at this point. I don't know why that is. Sure, I guess. Maybe he comes back at some point. I just read that he left after Season 3, or was fired. I'm not sure. So I'm not expecting Burke to be there, at least anytime soon. So yeah, that's what I just want to get to know them, and I hope they're interesting. Please be interesting characters. Anki asks, what are your thoughts and predictions on what happens with George and Cristina, story-wise? What happens to Alex, Meredith, Derek, Izzie, and Callie lovers, story-wise? I think we kind of touched on that briefly on what I hope happens. So yeah, we'll leave that there. That's a lot of characters to go through. What I've said, what I want to happen is what I want to happen. Heather asks, what story surprised you the most this season? Probably the Izzie George, right? No, because I said that, but I kind of said it as a joke. So when it actually happened, I was kind of surprised by it. But that was more so Meredith and George, actually. But that was kind of like we needed to get that out of the way because it was just like lingering. Meredith drowning again, that was a big surprise, and her going to purgatory or limbo, that was a bit wild, but fun for sure. But the whole like ferry, even that aside, but just the whole ferry kind of exploding and like Izzie going in there, Derek going in there, everyone on stressful. Because if it was just Meredith and everyone else was boring, then it wouldn't have stood out that much. But in fact, everyone was kind of up on their game with that one. I thought it was really good. What is it? George's dad dying, that wasn't a surprise. He just kind of came in and flopped. Oh, I guess Alice dying was a surprise. Because I felt like she was going to die at some point. I didn't know it'd be around the same time we had all the stuff going on with Meredith. So yeah, I felt like she had another season or two in her. But yeah, there we go. She's gone. Another one bites the dust. So yeah, some surprises in there for sure. Heather asks, so far, do you see any couples being endgame, in brackets, lasting the entire show? Oh my god. Oh, we are. If this was like 6 to 8 seasons long, then I'd say yes. But the fact it's so long, like the obvious one is Meredith Derek. But that's even if they're still in the show. I don't know. I think the only actor I know that is still in the show, and I could be wrong on this, but is Bailey. And again, I could have completely made that up. That is genuinely the only character again, I'm not even 100% sure, I know is still in the show in season 20. And if it's not season 20, she goes a very long time into it. So, and I'm assuming again Meredith kind of stays in it for a while, so we can assume that. Everyone else though is up in the air. I don't know how long they stay in it for. I highly doubt like all the characters we have now are going to go all the way to season 20. So as for the relationships, again, obvious one is Derek and Meredith. So we'll just say that. It's so obvious, but we'll throw it out there. Alex and Izzie, I could see it. No time soon, but again, considering how long the show is, I could see it. And if they don't end up together, we're definitely going to get a relationship with them, surely. So send that out. Mark and CALLIE, or let's say Mark and Lexi, this new character, that's like a Hail Mary one, just throwing it up in the air, see what happens. Throw that one out there. Cristina and Richard? No. Cristina and no one. Maybe she kind of ends up alone. And again, we're assuming all these characters are alive at that point. They're probably all going to die, let's be honest. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so long, it's so hard to tell. Scarlett asks, I think you're going to love Lexi like we all do. That's good to know. I have a crush on her, so it's going to be very easy for me. It's kind of like Piper in Charmed, even though not as much. Piper in Charmed is like, the second she was in that show, I love Piper. Boom. Holly Marie Combs. We've been waiting for me to like watch Charmed simply for her for the past 5 years. So it was. I was never gonna not like Piper. I don't know how we got talking about Piper, but here we are. And then Emily asked the final question. You were introduced to Lexi at the end of season 3. What do you think she will bring to the show, and what do you think her relationship with Meredith? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Her relationship with Meredith is something I really want to get into this season. I think that'll be really quite interesting. So yeah, maybe they'll be quite rocky. Maybe they won't get on at all. Or they'll love each other instantly and it'll be like the best friend she's ever had. Who knows? But yeah, I'm very intrigued by that. And yeah, I'm excited to see more Alexi, actually. I'm excited to see all these interns going into this first episode. I think it'll be quite interesting. Just to get like an idea of what their personalities are like. It's going to be quite interesting. So anyway, that's all the questions. Thank you to everyone who asked a question. We will do another one on season 5, episode 1. You only have to be a $1 patron. And that's for every TV show I do. For the most part, ones that are kind of recurring. We do a Q&A at the start of every season. So if you do want to join in on that, like I say, only $1. And you also get to join in on all our polls. And you get to leave film suggestions for the next 4 films that I react to. And you get the album reactions, which I've been very, very slow with. I understand, but I will try to up the pace when I move out. We'll try to get a lot. But other than just Taylor Swift, I want to try to get some more in there. So yeah, all that just for $1 a month. Patreon down below. All right, tier list, let's go. Right, so we have, I think, 13 characters here. I could have added, like, Meredith's dad and stuff like that, but I couldn't be asked. Right, our best is the best, fantastic, really good, just good, meh, and trash. Let's start with Richard. I'm going to do that with every character. Richard, I like Richard. I'd say really good. Nothing amazing going on with Richard. Again, hated that we spent 2/3 of the season talking about who was going to replace him, and then it was just Richard. Richard replaced Richard. Cool. His storyline was he's going through a divorce, but he did have some really good moments between like Addison. I like that he's always, for the most part, looking out for Meredith. Like you can tell that he does care about her, mainly because of Alice, but he does care about her. And then certain friendships with Derek. So yeah, he's just kind of there. He does his thing. He has some really sweet moments from time to time, but he's never really doing anything exceptional, I think. So yeah, I don't know if I even really want like full on storyline with Richard, because what if that's so dull? Is he that dull? I guess if they give him a storyline, I guess we'll find out. All right, who do we have next? We have. Oh, that's like split down the middle. Alex. Alex, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Fantastic. I'm not putting him in best of the best just yet. That'd be wild. But yeah, we've come far, haven't we, Alex? We've come far. Very good this season. The only thing stopping him, I think, from being best of the best this season is that romance was just dead. I didn't add her either, but she'd be in, honestly, meh. She'd be in meh. I like the idea of the story. The idea of the romance isn't that bad. He finds someone on the ferry. He spends a lot of time with her. She doesn't know who she is. I like that. And then they kind of naturally fall in love, of course, and he's trying to help her figure out who she is and who her family is. All that stuff's great. It's just between the two actors, I honestly didn't feel there was much chemistry going on there. So, yeah, that stopped him from being him. And then, honestly, even if that was great, I don't know if he'd be in best of the best still. But he's gone up a long way, so good job, Alex. All right. Oh, Alice. It's got to be a meh. I don't think she's trash. I think she is trashy to Meredith, but considering the situation, but even then, before all that, she was kind of awful to Meredith. We just never really saw it. So, yeah, I don't love her as a mom to Meredith. She said some pretty mean things, some pretty harsh things. She's dead now, though, so God rest her soul. Just, I don't know. She's fine. She's fine. Not that interested. I liked, the best part about Alice, I feel, is her dynamic with Richard and things that we haven't seen. You kind of imagine they were the Derek and Meredith at that time, apart from it just didn't work out. So, yeah, she's a meh character for me. Didn't shed a tear when she was gone, that's for sure. Mark. He's an interesting one because I feel like he's very charismatic. I feel like every scene he's in is an enjoyable scene. But as a storyline, he just doesn't really have much going on. Like his whole storyline this season, for the most part, was a romance with Alison that didn't go anywhere, and then taking over as chief, which also didn't go anywhere. So I'll say he's really good, though. I prefer him. No, I don't. He's more charismatic than Richard, but he's more interesting than Richard. He just is, isn't he? He's more interesting for sure. So yeah, we'll put Mark in really good. I want to see more of him this season, though, for sure. Give him something to do. We'll go. Izzie. Izzie's a tricky one. There's some scenes where I really like Izzie, and then some scenes where she's genuinely the most annoying character on the entire show. Like, some of the stuff she was going in on CALLIE for is what I just could not be asked. I couldn't be asked to listen to it, and she kept harping on, trying to justify a lot of her actions. But then she does have some really good scenes as well, so she's a hard one. I think she's either really good or just good. Her annoying ways make me want to put her here. But then she, like I say, she does, storyline-wise, she actually has some really good ones, like with her daughter, with the George and Ali situation, with the Denny stuff. I know that was more so last season, but the start of season 3 kind of struggling with that. The money she found herself into, and then using that to buy the... Yeah, you know, I'll put her in really good just because she did have some good storylines in there, actually. She had a good range of storylines. Love or hate them. There was a good range going on there, so yeah. Alright, we got Bailey. It's got to be fantastic. Bailey's just very consistent. Bailey's very consistently great all the time. She never annoys me. I can't think of many reasons why she would annoy me, to be honest. But she also doesn't really do too much in terms of her own storyline, but I also feel like we don't really need that, at least just yet. Eventually, hopefully even this season, we get something more with her doing her own thing, but for right now, I like that she's just kind of watching over them all. You can tell she actually really likes them at this point, and just doesn't get too involved in all the drama. So yeah, very consistent. All right, we got Cristina. Interesting one. Definitely her weakest season. I say that we've watched like 3 seasons, and season 1 was 7 episodes, so take that with a grain of salt. But okay, compared to season 2, not as strong, and even compared to season 1, honestly, her whole storyline was with Burke. then complaining about the hand situation, about Burke for the first third of it. Her best part of this season was when Meredith nearly died, and she was really worried about that. Naturally so. So she was at the best of the best. I'm honestly gonna put her there. Just she hasn't really done much. She just kind of bimbled around, and then that romance with the British. Oh, that was awful. That was really bad. So that was more on him than her, but that was terrible. So I didn't care for that. Right. There's nothing. Oh, it's on George. Okay, George. Kind of how I feel with Izzie, where because he did have a good range. Like his dad was dying, then he had I'm pretty sure he slept with Meredith season 3. Maybe not. No, that was it. Oh God, I don't even know anymore. And then the CALLIE situation. That proposal was still dog shit, but whatever. I'll put him in just good. Yeah, he's just kind of whatever for me at the moment. He's not meh because he still does have some good moments, but yeah, he's just not really done too much. Like Callie's more annoying than George, but Callie also had way more to do this season than George did, and the way he's treating Callie, I won't allow it. Talking of Callie, I'm gonna do it. Fantastic. We're gonna put Callie. Not as good as Alex for me, but yeah, she shot up loads for me. I felt like she's become way more bearable. Felt like when she first came into it, it's just a lot of her complaining about the other characters. Now she only really complains about Izzie, but that's very understandable. That's very understandable. So everything Callie comes out with, I'm just like mostly, for the most part, completely agree with. So Callie's great. Really liked her character. I liked her friendship with Alison this season as well. Just hope to get more of her in season 4. Just keep doing what they're doing with Callie and we'll be good. Just give her a different romance. Burke. Probably bottom of just good for me. I still like him. He does still have some likeable moments. He's not done anything this season to annoy me. It's just he's been very boring. He's just done the same thing. Like I understood him being depressed about the hand thing. That made sense. But then the thing with him and Cristina kind of went on a little bit too long with the trying to keep it all a secret. And then it was just focusing on the wedding for the whole season for his character. And that got a bit tiresome after a bit. So, yeah, Burke didn't end up in the best place if this was his last season. Oh, Derek. It's hard because I have to... Do I base it on how I feel about him right now? Or the whole season? Because right now I'm not happy with this guy. He had a fumble over the last couple of episodes of this season. But, okay, so we'll do it this way. If the last 2 episodes he was just getting on with his thing in his romance with Meredith, I'd say really good. Bottom though, like towards the bottom of really good. He still wasn't that exceptional, but, you know, relationship with Meredith, fine. However, my guy completely... just obliterated all that when I won't put him in meh because I'm trying to be fair. He did have a good season for the most part, but he still just does the same thing where he makes Meredith feel like shit for nothing. Like, bro, I already gone off about it. I'm not going into it again, but consider everything she went through, and then his whole thing was, you're not putting enough attention onto me. I understand that to a point if it was like just their, you know, a normal day they were going through and she wasn't giving much attention to their relationship. And I get when she drowned, she kind of switched off for a bit and feels distant. I get it. But the way he went about kind of getting that message across was horrendous. He was like, yeah, I flirted with Lexi in the bar. How does that make you feel? I'm going to go flirt with everyone because you're being really mean to me. Again, she just lost Susan, lost her mum, drowned and nearly died, and then was physically abused by her dad, literally slapped in the face in front of everyone. So no. Derek, no, stop. I want to kind of end on Meredith, so we'll just do Alison. I'd say just good, maybe at the top though. Yeah, those 2 episodes where she was talking to an elevator was pretty horrific. I didn't need that in my life. I know it was an actual person and not an elevator, but still. Yeah, she's good. I'm not going to cry river that she's kind of gone off to do her own TV show, a spin-off show. I could argue really good with Addison at times, but those 2 episodes were so bad. And then Meredith was... I'm still sticking with fantastic with Meredith, honestly. I can't have Alex be number 1, can I? I'm going to put Callie above Alex. I can't do that. There's no way. And then maybe that. Meredith's still fun. I know a lot of people think Meredith's really boring and they just don't think she's all that. I like Meredith. I think she's very consistent. I think she's adorable for the most part. Yes, she has her annoying moments, sure, but considering everything she's been through already in this show, and we're on season 4, don't even want to know what else is going to happen. Yeah, I think she keeps it together quite well. So, yeah, I'm going to keep her in fantastic, and it probably is a boring place to put her in, but I don't care. She's cool. Right, Grey's Anatomy season 2. Let's see where everyone was. This was at the end of... So I would have done this in season 3, episode 1. Oh, we've moved quite a bit, haven't we? Alex in They Exist all the way to fantastic. Wow. Meredith goated. No one's in goated for me. Honestly, yeah. I don't think anyone was goated this season, to be honest, so I'm completely fine with that. Burke's gone down quite a bit from great to just good. What was this ad? Bio oil. Okay, cool. George, good to good. Well done, George. You've not moved at all. It is gone up, but I didn't have good and then really good, so kind of that's the same. You know what I mean? Derek is about the same. Callie's gone way up. Mark's gone way up as well. Richard, where's Richard? Did I even do... Oh, Richard's here. Great. Oh, okay. Okay, Richard's gone down a little bit. Addison's gone down a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So, Meredith is about the same, but she's just not as interesting as she was in season 2. Callie's gone way up. Alex has gone way up. Mark's about the same. Burke's gone down. George is the same. Addison's gone down a little bit. Christina's gone down a little bit. Richard's the same. Izzy's the same. Mark's gone up. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. There we go, guys. That's the tier list for how I feel about the characters based on season 3. Yeah, so Callie at number 1. I feel like there's no clear number 1 for me. Like, Callie, Meredith, and Alex all kind of do just mix in for me, where it depends on the episode where one of those 3 are typically my favourite. Bailey, like I say, very consistent, and then the rest are the rest. So there we go. Right, I'm going to jump into episode 1. It's been 42 minutes. I do waffle on, but would you have it any other way? You can just skip ahead, which I guarantee you, and I know for a fact 95% of you just skip to the reaction. So, but if you've heard me waffle on for this long, comment. Let's have a secret code word in the comments. Let's say Derek is a doofus, and we'll know what it means. No one else will know what it means, but we know what it means. All us who stayed here for this long to listen to me ramble on. Derek is a doofus. Something like that. All right. Okay, I need to stop. Let's go. Here we go, the noobies.
I have 5 rules. Memorize them. Rule number 1, don't bother sucking up. I already hate you. That's not going to change.
Trauma protocols phone list pagers.
Fair
Nurses
enough.
will page you. You answer every page at
Oh, there's a ton of... Oh, some of them will be fired.
You're grunts. Nobody. It's the bottom of the surgical food chain. You run labs, write orders, and you work every second night until you drop.
Yo, Alex is looking suave. I don't know about the beard. I wish it kind of went up a bit.
Yes?
That was 4 rules. You said 5.
Rule number 5. When I move, you move.
Christina's going to love this. She's going to eat this up, being a boss. Well, or not, I guess.
go. And then Mary and Cristina went on Christina's honeymoon without me.
Girl on
Yep.
honeymoon.
And then Alex took a road trip
Hilarious.
without me. I'm fine, by the way. I honeymooned in Hawaii and I snorkeled. What'd you do, George?
God, simping over George instantly. No one uses that word anymore, do they? Kind of died out. I never used it anyway. I think I've used it 4 times.
007
That is
training.
Timothy Chalamet, I'm
Seriously?
convinced.
I guess I should be going to.
Dude, he failed his exam and got left back in kindergarten.
You wouldn't even look at me.
Oh my god, Cristina. Izzie.
Have you seen Burke?
No. Have you seen Derek?
No.
No.
Thank
Wait,
God.
you haven't seen either of them since the wedding?
Nope.
And you're all fine?
Yep.
Cool. Doofus Derek.
You want to get together for a drink after work tonight?
Why?
I don't know. I just thought it might be a good idea.
Why not?
Oh, you don't have anybody to talk to.
No, I have people to talk to.
So Addison is gone, Burke isn't around, and
Oh yeah, Addison's fully gone as well.
Wade is anymore.
I have people to talk to.
Who?
Mark.
Chief,
Richard.
I have the chief to talk to.
You're avoiding me. We need to talk.
About you choosing Dr. Torres to be your chief resident over me, or respectfully no?
I just completely forgot about that.
People, we've got 3 MVCs rolling in back to back from a multi.
CALLIE!
We need every trauma room open and everyone suited up.
What?
I paged Gray, Yang, Stevens, and Correct, but they're not here yet.
When I page them, they come running.
Oh, damn.
Okay, you did not have
They
to
don't
say
have
that.
the respect.
Where have you been? We have multiple MVCs due any second.
There's so many characters,
Just
oh
get
my
ready.
god.
Okay, and monitor your interns.
Okay, 1, 2, go get stat packs. 3, 4, go meet the ambulances.
I know Lexi and no one else.
I heard you like freaked out and killed a guy and had to go on probation.
Fired.
Great.
Fired.
Up with the dud.
Bye! Bye! Oh no? Okay.
No, which one is Meredith Gray?
Yeah, I haven't told her you're here yet. I was going to.
Oh, she doesn't know.
Gray, don't let them just stand here.
Let's move, people.
Here we have a group of people who've been run over by a bulldozer. Heal their legs.
Miss Walters, you're gonna be okay. Gray, check the wound.
Oh.
The guy that's dead, he hit a deer, and then the lady hit him, and then I hit the lady.
It happens to all of us.
Okay, everybody get a good look. Time of death, 8:22.
Oh, not.
Not time of death. This guy's dead.
He was dead.
He's not dead now. Bag him. Okay, we've got a guy who's risen from the dead over here.
Get out of the way!
My guy was like, I ain't done yet.
Meredith Gray?
Yeah.
I'm Lexi.
Great, move!
Lexi Gray. I'm your sister.
No, Lexi, you're gonna tell her now. There's dying people, but sure. Could just wait till the day was done or something. Nah, I want to do it right now.
This is trauma room 1. As you can see, there's a trauma. Hey, guys.
There is a trauma, yes.
See, I'm Dr. Sloan. You mind if I take a look?
It's a clean cut.
You want to rub up against me, you gotta buy me a drink first.
Okay.
And order him 4 of morphine.
She means one of you morons. Get an 18-gauge needle and a 20cc syringe. The damn morphine.
Alex loves this.
I'd kill for something to eat.
Healthy appetite after a trauma like this? That's a very good sign, Joey.
You think they'll need...
No, that's another reason. He's gonna eat that needle. Ooh,
He looks good.
that's even worse.
No
No,
surgery.
it's not.
Yep, saving lives and taking names.
So,
I love her.
Interns had nothing to do. You see, this guy was dead, and now he's undead. So that kind of makes him like a zombie. And my personal zombie. So no, you can't get in on this. Now go be a fraud somewhere else.
My personal zombie.
you know about meeting Meredith.
Meredith is your sister?
Yeah, don't be too biased.
Okay, somebody page Derek Shepard right freaking now.
Gray.
What? Tell me.
Yeah, Grace. Thank you.
Go away.
Hey, I'm so sorry about before. I just was so nervous about meeting you. Don't
Oh.
lock the ER doors. I know that now. That was a good lesson.
You're the girl from the bar.
Sorry?
The girl from the bar.
Wait till you find out the real kicker, Derek.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you work here.
Yeah, I do.
What a fool.
Girl from the bar. I'm the girl from the bar.
This guy is such an idiot, isn't he? He's such... What is he doing?
My sister hates me.
Meredith is your sister.
My half-sister.
Oh.
Hey, you're Dr. Shepard. I'm supposed to be finding you for a consult.
Oh my god. I did watch the film Thanksgiving the other day that had Derek in it, and Addison Rae.
You're gonna be like the rock star intern.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how everyone's gonna see me when they find out.
Or maybe they'll see you as the daddy intern.
What?
No. No.
What did you just say?
You're not actually pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. I just.
Hey, I'm trying to cheer you up here, George. This is, I mean, if I am knocked up, that's a good thing, right?
Callie.
Is it? Considering your jobs.
Okay, you're having a bad month.
Okay? Yeah, I'm having a bad month.
Okay, George, I'm a Marty.
Love you.
Help! We need a doctor's help!
Inside
I'll go
voice.
somewhere else about
we
it.
found an arm in the
Oh,
road.
it's Jacob.
Heck that.
It's my arm.
And Rita's abusive husband in Dexter.
Michael!
Michael!
No way.
What? What?
Is she dead?
Oh. Hey, I respect it, kid. Well done.
Go with her eyes. Look, she's still
Oh
alive.
my god.
Oh, God, don't look at me like that.
Yeah, don't do that! I didn't sign up for this! You know, CGI, but whatever.
Please. Please.
Oh, okay, all right.
How is the CGI on that deer better than the CGI on the deer in The Walking Dead, which was 10 years later?
What's the matter with you people? When I say move, you move. Move!
Yes, Izzie! I can't be looking at that dying deer, though. I don't care if it's CGI.
Henry, I'm Dr. Shepard. The back of your skull is disconnected from your spine.
I-
I'm gonna try and reconnect it in surgery.
That is
Understand
wild.
me?
Has that ever happened in real life? Asking you guys all these questions. Like you might know. His skull was severed from his spine.
You're staying here with Joey. No. Fine.
Bro, please stop.
You are a
Please
resident.
stop.
You go where I say.
Nancy, I'm happy to report that your arm is in good shape. Dr. Gray here is going to clean it up a little, and I'm going to put that arm back where it belongs, okay?
Mark, I'm not loving the hair, to be honest, bro.
Okay. We got a 150-pound female with lacerations on the chest and haunches, short, fast breaths. Any recommendations?
Roll my eyes. Boo-hoo, I'm saving a deer. Because you were stood around doing so much before, weren't you?
Enough. I apologize. We're just wasting your time.
No kidding.
Michael.
Oh my god, can we fire all... Fire her, fire her, fire him, fire him. All four of them are useless.
Take her home and skin her and freeze the meat,
What?
okay?
Why?
Because that's what you do. You don't try and save him, you eat him.
No, Dad, the doctor could save her.
No, she can't.
You don't know that.
My son needs to learn to grow up and face things.
By skinning a deer. Right, we're not in the olden days.
So give me the Andrew bag and saline. I'm starting an IV.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, is he? What's stand for this deer blasphemy? And the deers do be doing this themselves a lot of the time. Jumping in front of cars for fun.
I'm trying to save Bambi's life. My interns think I'm a loser. Severed arm.
Callie's a bitch.
Word.
She won't let me off my patient. There's nothing wrong with him except he's a nut job.
Is Alex going back to how he was in season 2? Because that ain't great. I ain't liking that. We started with Ali's a bitch, and then he went on about something else earlier.
What he's got to complain about. Those new chick interns are hot.
Married.
Oh my god, they've actually reverted back to old Alex.
Seriously hot. That Lexi girl.
Get out before I hurt you.
Blowing over Callie's head.
Cringe Alex is back. Yay.
How's your wife?
She's good.
Cool.
I haven't moved back in yet. She hasn't let me move back in yet. Not taking my calls.
Okay, so no progress.
Do you maybe want to have a drink later?
What?
Just trying to have a drink with everyone. Is he that
No
lonely?
reason why we can't hang out.
I don't like you.
Well,
You don't like me
that's
because
fair.
of Meredith?
I don't like you because you're you.
How is Meredith, by the way? Is she okay?
She's fine.
She's always fine. That's her problem.
No, she's not always fun. What are you on about? He just makes stuff up, doesn't he, to fit his agenda.
How's Dr. Burke? I haven't seen him around. Is he off today?
He's left the show.
Dr. Burke handed in his letter of resignation 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
He wanted me to tell you.
He's gone?
Sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm
Fine.
So random. Yeah, Burke's resigned. It's not their fault, I guess, that he either left or he was fired. I don't know.
Hard to set a shattered kneecap when your patient's in the pit, don't you think? I don't know how you did it.
Correct.
Did what? Get him to listen to you, to give you some respect.
Oh, Izzy loves this, doesn't she?
The only thing holding his head onto his body is skin and muscle. If he moves even a fraction of an inch, it could kill him.
Oof. I'd want to do it just for fun.
When you see him, this could be the last time. This could be the last time you see him alive.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Are you in pain, sweetie?
Don't nod.
Good. 2 blinks.
Good, should they not have something to, like, keep his head still? What if it moves by accident? Well, one of those kids runs up to him and goes like that and shakes his head.
I love you so much, Henry. What's 3 blinks?
We've only been working
Means he
with
needs a
1 and
poo
2.
or something, I don't know. 3 blinks. Morse code.
Three blinks is I love you. We're gonna be fine, Henry.
Is 3 blinks I love you? It could be. Could be I hate you, I don't know. No, don't. I thought she was going to jump on him and hug him. Okay, cool.
George.
Hey.
George. Why are you avoiding me?
I'm on my way to surgery.
No, I don't mean that now. I mean, not one word in 17 days.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
I love you, and not one word. Where have you been?
Been right here. You know, exactly where I was a year ago.
It's not that... it's pretty shit, but...
Freaking out. I'm an intern again.
Yeah, we're all freaking out.
At least you do 3 years of an internship. Imagine.
Me being in charge, and I'm obsessed with rescuing Bambi. We're all freaking out.
Since when did you start calling me Bambi?
What?
No,
I'm not
I
calling you
know,
Bambi.
I understand. I expect it from Cristina or Alex,
No.
but
I'm Bambi. I'm Bambi, George, okay? If anyone in this situation is a sad little cartoon character, it's me.
I guess Izzy, sure. If you want to be Bambi, be Bambi.
Where are you? Where the hell are you?
I'm on my way to surgery.
Oh, you two.
Meredith, you were lucky, man. That girl jerked you around.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, I'm just...
I'm just a dude, you know.
She panics. She wants this. She doesn't know how to have it. And you know what? That's not her fault. So never talk to me about Meredith Red again. You do not know.
But that's the opposite of what you said last episode, Derek. So pick a lane. He confuses me, that man. He confuses me to no end.
I want you to count back from 100, okay?
No, I'm not ready.
It's just like going to sleep.
I can't do any of this.
Yeah, but it's way scarier, though. I can imagine. I don't know. But has anyone ever been put under? Is it spooky?
What the hell? Who took my clamps? And the bandage scissors.
I've eaten cotton pads. Oh, well, what's happened then? Great job, mate.
You like hamburgers, don't you?
Yeah.
And spaghetti with meatballs, and lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
That's beef. That's cow you're eating, son.
What do you mean?
We're watching someone become a vegetarian in real time. Help me.
Her eyes are glassy. You, get in here and ventilate.
Why? It's a deer! Go on, complain about it.
We're losing her.
This is absolutely childish and ridiculous.
Oh, move on, you pathetic weasel.
Hope is actually hard, very, very hard. Your son just wants to believe that some things can work out for the best. Give me the paddles. Come on.
What's she doing?
Ensuring we never see the inside of an OR this year.
Where? I'm saving an animal's life. Where? God. I can't tell if it's CGI or a puppet. Damn.
Oh my god! Oh my god, she's alive! It worked! She's okay! Everything's gonna be okay!
Yo, it's shot up.
Oh my god!
It's going to run into another car in it. What? If he does it a second time, then I'd agree. Let her die at that point. Might be suicidal or something.
Baby's coming now, Mally. Get her up in stirrups.
Put her in a reverse Trendelenburg and the nurse messing around her.
Giving birth while having your arm reattached. That's one for the books. And while under as well.
I got it. I got him.
That was easy. That's like the easiest birth ever, I think.
Great job, George.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're all heroes. Now, if no one minds, I'd like to get this woman's arm sewn on.
Right. Shut up, Mark.
Like she said, she's gonna need.
Well done, George. Yeah, we're all heroes. Now, if we can all shut up, I've got work to do. A real hero's job. Alright.
Did he just move?
I think there's an alien in there.
Oh, he definitely moved. Do you hear me? This is not an option. Everything is not going to be fine if you move. It will be the opposite of fine. You cannot leave the people you love.
Oh, are you talking to Burke in some way?
Not just a memory that you loved them.
Yeah, I wonder if that was about Burke. God, that's a big-ass pliers.
Anyone care to explain to me how my patient wound up in this OR and I wasn't even informed?
10 minutes ago, this patient was coding from a perfed abdomen. Under the circumstances, Dr. Karev's quick thinking is the reason that your patient is even still alive.
I'll expect a fully dictated chart before you leave tonight, Karev.
Jackpot.
Oof.
Poor fool must suffer from pica. Uncontrollable urge to eat any and everything.
Check it out.
I'm gonna eat this mug and this remote, and I won't eat Glab.
It's like a cute festival in here.
I guess, yeah, sure.
I delivered that one an hour ago.
Oh my god, why aren't you like jumping up and down?
I've done this before. This is deja vu.
Oh, George, stop having a mod. You failed! You have to do it again. Get over it. I've done this before.
Yeah, it's just that Callie gave Cristina the study cards, and Meredith didn't write anything down, and Cristina was planning a wedding, and Izzie just had to. Yeah, I'm responsible. I've always been the responsible one. I'm not saying what about me. I'm not saying when do I get what I want. When do I get to be someone other than the guy who repeats his intern year? I'm not saying that.
You know.
Yeah.
Grow up. It's the way the world works, bro.
My mother gets the hiccups and I'm at a funeral.
Oh, yeah. Susan.
We all have problems. Moms die, and dads drink so much that they don't even know what year they're in.
That is literally every mum and dad in every TV show, so well done. You've smashed it there. The mum always dies, the dad's an alcoholic.
To have my life work out the way I planned, and to even have time to ask, what about me? So, you change, you get over it.
Yes, Lexi, laying down some law.
You delivered a baby today. So, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Correct.
You are kind of awesome.
Yeah, she did Reiki there, to be fair. She's like, shit. George is going to have a crush on my half-sister. Don't do it, George. Don't do it.
You would have made an excellent chief resident. Well, you'll make an even more excellent surgeon. You belong in the OR, Bailey.
Yes.
Focus on honing those skills, not on how well you can juggle schedules or fill out paperwork.
I'm the one that could use a friend. I said that you could use a friend, I could use a friend.
Mark,
I didn't come to Seattle for Addison. I didn't come to Seattle to be chief. I came to Seattle for you, okay? I came to Seattle to get you back.
Sure, Mark. Yeah, you can't hook up with Meredith then. That.
Maybe we should have a drink.
We could.
Yeah, not today.
Yes! It lives. This song, by the way, will forever and always belong to This Is Us. So try and play your song, do it. But I'll just think of Jack from This Is Us.
Instead, you helped save the life of a deer. You can bitch and complain about it, or you can adjust your expectations. Because like it or not, you're stuck with me. And I'm the kind of doctor who lets a little kid convince her she can do the impossible.
Sure, I guess, Izzie. Well done.
Oh, plus, when I woke up this morning, I thought today was going to go a lot differently, too. I thought I was going to get the good interns instead.
Yeah, you did. You got the losers. You got the 4 absolute losers. So that does suck. Hi, Dad. Yeah. Is everyone else thinking of Jack from This Is Us? And This Is Us in general, the most underrated show of all time on the channel. What? It's George, our hero. What?
What?
We heard you delivered a baby
delivered a
today.
baby.
On your very first day as an intern.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was it like?
Did you do it all by yourself?
Was it just like, did your head just explode with the amazingness?
Your very first day.
That's a line of dialogue. Izzie's kind of really good first step. Well, there you go.
Filled this entire bag with coins from my patient's stomach today.
No kidding.
An Alex and Cristina moment. Quite rare.
I miss Rebecca.
He knows she misses Burke. Will she say it?
I miss Burke.
Oh, yeah.
Want some money?
I'm glad it was those two to have that moment, actually.
What? You want to humiliate me some more?
Shouldn't humiliate you that much.
I suck at my job. I suck as a wife. I suck all around. So.
No. George sucks as a, maybe not a human being, that might be a bit harsh, as your partner.
Hope tomorrow's better.
Meredith?
Meredith.
Oh, go away, Derek, now!
We either adapt to change,
I feel I've had a scene like this about 4 times.
or we get left behind.
You went to Derek? Really? 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 Okay. Whatever, Meredith. Do my head in on one, that's fine. I'm going to go to the guy who's been an absolute prick to me. So, sure, yeah.
You're not ready for this.
No,
Why are you holding his hand then? What was that?
I asked for too much.
I think so.
So this is it?
So this is it. I am Derek. I'm a twat. Constantly.
We're breaking up.
I thought you already did.
We're breaking up.
It hurts to grow. Anybody who tells you it doesn't is lying.
We're broken up.
Yeah. I thought you already were, to be honest, so I'm big.
Breakup kiss.
Derek doesn't seem that bloody bothered about it, to be honest. Yeah, I get the slow-mo shot in there for 0 reason. George is at the door. Yes. You gonna come to cheat on Callie again? Come to cheat on Callie for the 5th time?
I love you
Okay.
too.
That's basically cheating on him.
Sometimes change is
You got what you wanted, Izzy. Hold on.
everything.
Yes, poor Callie. You know what? Now we can move on from Callie and George, actually, so maybe it's for the best. Yeah, very good first episode, actually. I think it's actually probably a great one. Some things in there I didn't love. I felt like we kind of reverted back with some of the Alex development in some way. Not too bad. I don't think they're like, oh no, he's complete. You know, he's had development. I'm not denying that. But yeah, some of those just like, oh god, he felt more like season 1 Alex in this episode up until the end. I think like right at the end he kind of brought back around with the scene with Cristina. This has a 76%. That's quite low. 6 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad first episode, except the bullshit don't eat Bambi stuff. Father was right, and a normal person would not have allowed that nonsense. Okay, yeah. Let's kill Bambi. Whatever. What? I got 0 likes. So, my God, it took Addison, and I was still trying to. Why these people waffle? I like Izzie. Lexi had a really great first episode. Actually, she has a lot of potential. I want to see where she goes for sure. Fingers crossed. Richard was whatever. Cristina was pretty good. Yeah, everyone was fine. I think no one was exceptional this episode. It's good seeing Callie try and take charge, but no one kind of respects her. So she's going to have to get that respect from them all throughout the season, which will be quite interesting to see. Yeah, oh god, she's going to... When she finds out about George and Izzie, she's going to go off. Maybe she could... Will she have it in her right to fire Izzie? That'd be kind of hilarious. But yeah, really great first episode. I'm leaning towards an 8 out of 10, honestly. This has a 76, so maybe I'm missing something. Because I thought all the cases were quite good as well. I like that we just got a ton of new interns. We're not going to get to know all of them, of course. I assume most of them will whittle out as it goes on. But if we get, like, including Lexi, if we could have 4... characters, including Lexi, so 3 others really out of that group that we can get to know. None of the ones from Izzie's group, don't need to know any of those, so pick another random, maybe 3, so including Lexi, so give us another 2, I'll be fine with that. Yeah, there we go, guys. That is... Oh, what a waste of Mark as well, that's his name, the actor who's in Lost and all these other Grey shows. He just seems to be one of these actors that pops up in everything. 13 Reasons Why was the other show. Yeah, he's in so much. But a bit of a waste of him, and this one just complaining about a deer the whole time. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for this one. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.